Marvel's Spider-Man 2017 is one of the most overhated Spider-Man shows. I didn't really understand why it was hated. The shading and coloring were dull. The writing is lazy.
Did you just say obs?
Character designs are not accurate to the promotional art. The animations are bad. And there's one more thing we almost forgot to mention. Peter Benjamin Parker himself. What did this dude do to get this much hate?
Sorry, I think you'll be taking a long cat nap. Yes, we got 2 cat buns. Game's over, Miss Muffin. Why'd you call him that? Because along came a spider, you worked alongside her. Smothered by webs. Is this irony? Feels like irony. Okay, that thing probably weighs 400 pounds. I want to propel it out of harm's way against an average wind speed of 12 miles per hour. The trajectory. Yes, sir. Showing up. Although I'm a superhero too, you know. I have mad spider skills. I'm on your level, of course, but... And you're not...
Everyone knows that Peter is a nerd with the highest IQ, but it's annoying when he explains it. Do the writers not know what audience they're premiering it to? They're not toddlers. But if the writing was all changed from Disney because they feel that kids are too stupid, that's gotta be disrespectful, bruh. I could be wrong, but you never know what could be behind those doors. So what was the point with all of those rants? It all had to do with the first premiere episodes of the series. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's another ARC video on Peter's journey being enrolled to Horizon High, his glow up wearing his very own Spider-Man suit, and to answer the main question, is the first ARC really that bad? So enough of me yapping, and don't forget to grab your wheat cakes, because we're gonna start from the bottom. Right now in New York City, the cops are in a gunfight with the criminals stealing vibranium because science is the new currency. And they don't even stand a chance as the cop cars are getting blasted. This guy was swerving his van and was attempting to run over these cops. And you would have thought bro was gonna just jump in the vehicle, but he pulled out the laser gun and start blasting. There's fireworks in this city.
From this moment on, the world will know me as... Spider-Man!
Already on some bull, getting his hand stuck to a pigeon. Doesn't even look like a pigeon, that looks like a dove. Get away from my pigeon coop. This was a misunderstanding. You see, this pigeon got stuck to me. You fucking released them earlier, Spidey. She whacks Peter upside the head with her broom, and this pigeon is so chill, letting her mama beat the living arachnid out of him. Damn woman, chill! Granny must be a master of freaking kung fu! Spider-Man didn't want to deal with none of this and tries to thwip away. Keep in mind, 2 weeks have passed and Peter is still a rookie. But we're not at Peter's peak phase yet. We literally just saw this man get whooped by someone's grandma. Peter doesn't know what he should do in this situation. He doesn't even know if he'll be able to stop them like the last criminals that shot his uncle. He wonders what his uncle would do in all of this. And we get a flashback of him and Uncle Ben in the basement. Flash's mom asks Peter if he could tutor her son for his science class, but Pete doesn't want to teach him because he's been a piece of shit to him all the time. He knows it's the right thing to do, helping someone out, but he just couldn't stand him, wishing Flash to suffer and stay in the same grade. Ben clarifies to him that everyone has a gift, even though they don't know how precious their gift can be, and refuse to use it to help people.
Not really.
Too bad, because I thought my gift was making sense of things. Goodness knows it isn't science.
I think all it needs is a little iron oxide.
Iron oxide? You're making it even more rusty! Uncle Ben doesn't understand any of this science stuff, but it does help him in a lot of situations. And with that, Peter knows what he has to do now. Now that Pete is back in the game, he is now locked in. Bro begs that the web fluid doesn't backfire again, and it worked for a split second, but he's still in the game. He sees all the pedestrians crossing the street. He calculates that he has 15 seconds to save these people. How do you know you have 15 seconds to save these people? Now, what would Spider-Man do in this situation? A. Web everyone out of the way. B. Stop the van. C. Swerve the car into the skate park. If you say C, y'all are insane, because that is exactly what he did. Breaking the top of the van with his fists and swerved them out of the way into the skate park, doing tricks on it with criminals still inside, and caught it. That was radical. But he gets Vulture punched by Vulture. He didn't have time for Spider-Man fouling his plans, stealing Vibranium, so he ear rapes him. Spider-Man webs himself ear mufflers to nullify the sound and teaches this man a lesson for harassing our ears. They go gut to head with each other. Vulture flies Spidey in the air so he could whoop and drop this kid. Spidey webs the light pole, hoping that it'll stop the Vulture. Spider-Man goes to finish this, but the Vulture gives him a trolley problem. You didn't have to waste all your webs, just move them out of the way! But the Vulture got away. Harry meets his best friend at Joe's like usual, just to see him get a brain tumor drinking a smoothie too fast.
Sphenopalatine ganglioneuralgia. Nerd.
Harry thinks Peter should apply for Horizon High, knowing he would love it there, but Pete couldn't afford to go. But there is still an opportunity for him to apply, because Harry will be helping alongside Max for their school presentation today.
It's today? Max Modell is coming to school today? How do I look?
Pretty rattled for a guy who's not interested in applying.
Now you want to switch up. Didn't you say you couldn't afford to go? Not only that, he forgot that he was supposed to help set up for their school presentation too.
Same old Parker.
Peter tinkers on his web shooters, but gets interrupted by Liz and Randy, making an excuse that he was working on his project. But Liz was tired of Pete's bullshit being late at the worst place, at the worst time.
What temperature do you think a viscous liquid needs to reach before it achieves its maximum density?
Got me. You're the egghead, remember?
Harry might be right. He'll fit right in with the others. But then here comes Alistair Damn Smite, bragging that not everyone can get in. Not true, unless you're broke and have to pay out of pocket to stay at a school to learn the things you love to do. But Mr. Smite doesn't want his son to get enrolled in Max's school because he's a fraud. Why does Max have so many haters?
Can we call him a giant doofus?
Gotta love the energy happening in the room. Why the hell is he here if he's gonna be sleeping the whole presentation? Just skip, bro. As Max was about to start, Alistair wants to interrupt by spitting a paper ball at him to reveal that it was a hologram. If that was Max, Pete was gonna jump him for disrespecting his role model. As he was saying, there was one more slot to get in, but Pete then remembers that he can't because he's broke. But it won't be easy for them to get in, as the students would need to know how to do this. Nah, bro, I'm good. Before Harry could join on stage, Smite halts him to check what's going on with the machine. Harry doesn't see anything wrong and goes on stage when his name gets called. That was all Smite needed to get with false evidence. Before Anya could showcase her vibranium reactor, Peter Spider-Sense
Go nuts!
and with a touch of Anya's finger, everything goes wrong. Pete hides behind the curtains to change into his homemade suit. He gets the students out of the way so he wouldn't get crushed by the falling debris.
Who's that guy?
Fam, this is so hard to watch with all these flashbangs. He takes the wire loose to stop it, with the last one being a flashbang. Fam, can he stop freaking hurting my eyes? Peter was going to call the firefighters, but he didn't have any service. Looks like you're gonna have to wait till Aunt May pays the phone bill. So he does it himself with Max's equation in his casual clothes. With all that, he was able to make the vibranium reactor create a rain cloud. But Anya was pissed, accusing him for breaking his vibranium reactor. Max was grateful that Peter was able to help fix the reactor, but Pete didn't say anything. He's probably thinking, Max Modell? Wants to talk to me? What should I say? Come on, Parker, don't fuck this up. So Harry introduced Peter to him. Max was thankful for him figuring out the equation. Alistair jumps in to show Max that he was able to figure it out too, but...
That shit is fucking trash, dog. Get the...
Now how does it feel to lose to a gifted student, you posh brat? After seeing Peter's bravery and knowledge, Max enrolls him to his school. Smite believes Horizon High should be shut down for endangering the student. Max knows Smite is shouting bullshit after realizing somebody has been tampering with his student's project. So how does Smite get himself out of this? Showing Max a picture of Harry before the reactor got tampered. And to shoot Harry in the foot even more, Smite brings up the school rules that if a project gets sabotaged, that student should get suspended.
You're a devious person, Spencer. But you're right. Harry, I hate to say it, but pending a brief investigation, I'm afraid you'll have to be suspended.
Why is it so fucking windy? The Vulture grabs Max and uses Skydrop. I don't know how Toombs is able to carry this man, but alas. Now why does the Vulture want Max to perish? Obviously because he's been stealing equipment from the school. Spider-Man eavesdrops on Vulture and webs Max to catch him. He tries to run away to save Max, but gets grabbed in the process. As much as Spidey wants to stop the Vulture, he can't just let Max fall to his death. He dives in to grab Max and shoots out his webs to create a parachute.
You sure you know how to fly this thing?
Nope.
The Vulture wants to know what's taken Smite this long to give him the vibranium, but Smite told him that he got everything under control. Knowing damn well that this dude is just using it for his own. Toons didn't have the time Wayne, so he boom bursted this man behind the curtains.
Now that I have the vibranium, it'll take someone much stronger than you to take me down.
Hey bro, I would watch your mouth if I were you.
You talking about me?
The Vulture used the same move, but Spider-Man shut him up for all our sakes and slammed him to the wall. I think Spidey killed him. Now that the day was saved by Spider-Man, the one main question is, does Peter still want to go? He's still unsure. Peter's not even sure if he could stay if they can't afford it. But Peter shouldn't worry, as Aunt May wouldn't mind looking for a job to keep her nephew there. And Harry thinks he deserves it more than he does. Spider-Man is in a brawl with the Scorpion, stealing the gemstone from the museum, shooting beams out of his tail. Wait, this is inaccurate. Spidey dodges and drop kicks him, but gets tail slapped.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Harry catches up to ask Peter how his day was at Horizon. Peter had an amazing time meeting new people and getting his very own lab, while Harry, he got hoed in Midtown High. He asked Peter if he could grab his stuff for him for complicated reasons. As Harry was off, Pete checks his phone and sees that someone in a Scorpion suit is going havoc in the museum. Pete was confident that he could defeat him before school started. If you know, you know. Spider-Man dodges that and spun like he's using Spinjitzu. Scorpion throws a skeleton at him, scaring the living crap out of him. Peter, you got your powers for 2 weeks and you're still scared?
Wouldn't let that shit happen to me though.
The plane began to fall, so he created a web net to stop it. Yo, the length on that tail is insane! Spider-Man webs Scorpion in the face, but now this man is swinging his tail everywhere. Thankfully, Spidey stopped it, but gets flung around, riding on the Scorpion's tail. Scorpion slams his tail to get Spider-Man off, but he was too sticky. Spidey webs the gemstone, spins around Scorpion like he's web poling, and ran like Shaggy. I don't know what they were thinking with this goofy ass running animation, but I love it so much. You could have just jumped over it? The fuck? Not only that, his web fluid busted and now he's stuck. But there was one trick under Spidey's sleeve. Spider-Man catches up to grab the gemstone, busting through the glass and breaking Scorpion's back. Fam, what is up with this lady? Don't you see Spider-Man trying to save you? Oh, it's because he smelled like caca. Scorpion swung his tail at him. Spider-Man leaped, kicks, punch, but none of that worked. Scorpion is too durable. Ha! You missed, newbie. Was I? 'Cause I was going for the level. Scorpion was defeated. And the crowd...
Hey, buddy. I'm supposed to meet Dr. Otto Octavius here. Any idea where he might be?
Follow me.
Oh, yeah, there it is. But why is the mayor giving it to you? Could he not make it? Or did he...
Child left behind.
Bro is fumbling so hard, it's hilarious. Otto leads Peter to his new lab that he'll be using. Peter doesn't want to take Harry's lab and rather takes another lab, knowing his friend will be back. But there's no other lab at the moment, so he had no choice but to take the name tag down.
I feel really weird about this. Maybe I don't need a lab.
Pete, if you just don't take the damn name tag down and call it a day, you're wasting everyone's time, even Otto's time. Now that he has his very own lab, now he has to move everything. Why can't y'all move everything yourselves? How is everything so clean here, but the new students have to move everything? This school sucks, bruh. While Pete was moving Harry's stuff, he grabs the items that Harry asks for.
My spidey sense.
Pete, are you trying to get expelled on the second day of school? Max wants to present him to meet them. Unfortunately, Gwen isn't here, but Miles and Anya shows Pete what they do here. Pretty dang cool, but why is it trying to dispose him? Which is the perfect time for Anya to flex on her new tech.
Let's not be so hard on Peter. It is his first week. I'm sure he has plenty of ideas he can contribute to the group. Don't you, Peter?
Yeah, of course I have ideas. I have tons of ideas. Starting with the ideas to keep my ideas safely in my backpack. Stop ideas. Be right backpack.
You got enrolled and you don't have any ideas. How the fuck do you not think of any ideas before you got here? That should have been your homework. And how many times is Max gonna keep popping up? Is he Sensei Wu?
He keeps doing that.
Max told him not to worry as he dealt with other students having trouble making their projects. He just needs to make something that reaches towards his heart, meaning something he loves or wants to create. Not only that Max's advice helped Peter, but it also helped me too. But things go down when this mech showed up, destroying Miles' security box. I don't like this thing. I like this, but I don't like this. Spider-Man comes in to stop the Spider Slayer from stealing, but throws the bomb at him. How does he know what it does? His homemade suit and web shooters were all banged up, so now what? Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Spider-Man. The Spider Slayer throws the bomb at Spider-Man. Okay, Spidey, I see ya! It breaks free of the webs and blasts Spidey, but...
Spider-Man?
That was so close, but the Spider Slayer got away. Miles was thankful that Spider-Man saved his life, but he also recognized his voice.
I don't think we've met before. I just have one of those familiar sounding voices.
You okay?
No, I'm fine.
Typical Robbie Damien. Peter heads home to get some Z's, but he overhears Aunt May talking to Anna, not sure what she's gonna do about the bills piling up on her after Uncle Ben died. And damn, that's a lot. For the tuition, the student attendance fee, and the equipment at school? Cause those gadgets ain't cheap. Pete didn't want to make this hard on her, so he has no choice but to break the news to Max that he won't be able to stay. Harry didn't mind helping his friend out with the expense, but Peter wanted to take care of this on his own. Peter tells Harry that someone was after his stuff, making him really suspicious. He gives Harry his stuff, but doesn't say anything about it because it's a secret.
So you can create bombs?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But he doesn't tell him. Poor Pete. Man, this episode just got depressing. In episode 1, Peter was so excited to be enrolled. Now we're in episode 2 and he can't afford to stay. This is so relatable, bro. Those moments when you feel good having everything you dreamed just to get notified that you're behind on everything. I've been there, and I still am. It makes us feel stressed, worried, and depressed, which is the same feelings Peter is dealing with right now. So what was Pete going to do if he can't afford it? He finds a side job. He doesn't want to do a side job if he's too focused on school projects. He has no other choice. Max was so confused why Peter wanted to do janitor work. Obviously, from all the stress Pete has been through, his Aunt May couldn't afford him to stay. Max understood, but he also asked if Peter wanted to be his new lab assistant, also willing to help him with his bills, which was great news. As Harry was packing up his things, Alistair drops by. Well, 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 look who's back in Midtown High. Not so smart now, huh, Osborn? Knowing that someone set me up, Smythe. You're a fraud, and you're a dumbass like your dad. Alistair wasted no time, and they're already squabbling. Max breaks up the fight, and the look on Harry's face when he sees this man. I know Max is a chill guy, but this angle makes me so uncomfortable. Harry doesn't know why they're all here, and before Pete could even say anything to him, something goes wrong. The Spider Slayer chases after Harry because he has something valuable, and grabs him. Fam, what the fuck was that? This arc has been chaotic. From Peter getting whooped by somebody's grandma, to Vulture constantly spamming sound moves, to smelling like caca fighting Scorpion, to CGI Spider Slayer. It was able to free Harry from its grasp, but now it's grabbing him to blast his head off for getting away. But your girl Anya comes in to save the day with her scrambler, freeing Spider-Man.
Love that piece of tech.
Thanks. Do I know you? You sound familiar.
Okay. ¿Puedes repetir la pregunta?
Out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket.
Bro, this thing is having beef with everyone. Bloody hell. Hey, Anya, Scrambler would be useful right now.
He go.
And this is where Harry's beef with Spider-Man starts, as he webs Harry's bag to use the bombs he's carrying, scaring the living hell out of Harry as he feels threatened. He doesn't even know why Spider-Man was webbing his bag. He throws the bomb and... Hold on, weren't you in the Spider Slayer's grasp? The Spider Slayer is destroyed, and the day is saved. Harry ain't buying it. After what he experienced, feeling that Spider-Man was trying to kill him. But like, bro, Spider was just trying to save y'all. You knew you had bombs. You know like those things could actually like destroy it. Why? What?
Hey guys, you okay?
Where were you?
What do you mean, where was I? There was a giant robot attacking. I was hiding in the bathroom.
Yeah, the girls' bathroom. Smite wasn't able to ruin Harry's reputation enough, but he'll get his revenge. Guess who got himself a scholarship? Aunt May was so proud of Peter. I'm proud of him too. It's time for a celebration. After Peter throws out the trash for Aunt May, an old friend shows up to say hello, perching on top of his head. If there's one thing about pigeons, they can recognize people's voices.
Well, let's just say you are, so we can get a second chance at this relationship.
This is one of the most underrated interactions of Peter talking to a pigeon, and I love it. Peter made the right choices, even though some were bad. He made new friends, and he understood the letter equation Uncle Ben told him, because with great power comes great responsibility. What are my thoughts on the Horizon High arc? It started off strong at the beginning, and the story with the villains' antics and Peter's struggle staying at Horizon is good, leaving it at an 8 out of 10. Reason because of the bad writing at times when Pete talks science, but they did tone the nerdiness down in Season 2. His clips aren't funny, but the other stuff did make me laugh.
You're Dr. Octavius, aren't you?